Serapis Bay announces that our beloved Cheryl Bench, Lady Fair Grace, as she was anointed or knighted, has indeed made her ascension as of midnight last night, and she had balanced before her illness 77% of her karma, which is fantastic. And through all that she weathered through the pain and the suffering of experiencing this cancer, she increased that to 81%. So congratulations, Lady Fair Grace. So you can refer to her as Cheryl, pray to her as Cheryl, Ascended Lady Master Cheryl, or just, if you choose, Lady Fair Grace. And I considered her a sister of mine. She was born, I believe, in 1956, the same as me, and I believe she was a Libra. I was trying to get her exact birthday. I think it was October 5th, 1956, but I'm not exactly positive, so it's right. I believe it's in that range. If anybody has her birthday, Kathleen, Alexander, or anyone else, I would like to have you confirm that. So Cheryl, thank you for being in our community, for serving with us, for conducting classes of Mayer University, for giving and beyond the call of duty many, many times, all your donations, your tithes, coming to conferences. I think the first conference I remember her coming to was in Chicago back in 2005 at Techni Towers, the first time we were there. And that's the first one I remember her at. And I remember having lunch with her there and other heart friends and sharing. And she loved to sing and play the guitar earlier in her life. Of course, she completed her doctorate in the last few years, just probably within the last 3 or 4 years. And she served many people in hospice work near the end of her life. And so she required a little bit of help at the end of her life, but what a life of givingness and service and of love. She loved being on boats on the Pacific near Carpinteria and Santa Barbara in kind of mid to northern California, well, actually Southern California, north of Los Angeles. And when the fires were occurring in Santa Barbara, I was told yesterday she just couldn't handle the atmospheric haze and smoke, so she went up to Oregon, where she had grown up, and stayed up in that area for a while, and then apparently went to Mexico to try to be in the sun near the end of her life. So again, it was quite a shock. I had tried to communicate with her a number of times in the last year, and she just, I guess, desired to maintain privacy of what she was going through and didn't really want a lot of people to know. So I'm sorry for that. Cheryl, we love you, and we're grateful that you have made it and that you are an inspiration to all who knew you, and that you can bless all who knew you, your greater spiritual family, which is many, many people whose lives you touched, as well as those of us in the Heart Center.